We are in an age where sharing your information is a critical component of living. And there's a ton of tools out there to share your information. You don't need Popl or Link or Card. This is better and cheaper, and the data is yours forever. Today, I'm going to be building a digital business card within GoHighLevel that has the ability to save your contact directly to the phone of the person who clicks the link. And I'll show you how to create a QR code so that you can share that link with everybody. And if you stay here till the end, I will tell you how to get this template completely for free that I am building within this video. And yes, I am a GHL affiliate, but that never affects anything I ever do or say on this channel. I do this because I truly love GoHighLevel. It has dramatically changed my life. And I know if you use the information that I share on this channel, it'll help you get the best experience out of GoHighLevel. So let's dive into how to build this business card. You're gonna jump into sub accounts and you're gonna go all the way down to sites, websites, and you're gonna add a new website, start from blank. You can title it whatever you want. And then you're going to get to this page, you're gonna add a new page. Same thing, create new page. And what this is gonna do here, you're gonna click create from blank, and it's gonna open up the website builder, and you're gonna come over here to this plus icon, and you're going to create a new section, make it the small section because it's gonna be a digital business card. It's gonna be focused on mobile, so we gotta make sure that it's there. You're going to add a row, which is the column, and the first element you're gonna add 3 things really quickly, and then we're gonna add a 4th thing after. You're gonna add an image, then you're gonna add a headline, and then you're going to add a sub-headline. Then we're gonna do is click this blue plus sign right here to add another section, add a column, and then inside this section, we are going to add a button. We'll come back to that in just a moment. We will start with this image, and most of the time on digital business cards, the image is round and it's a little bit more appealing to the eyes. But most people don't have a round photo, so I'm going to give you a link to a website called Photo Aid that'll give you the ability to make any photo round. All you gotta do is upload it in here. You can change the way that it looks, you download it. Now, once that image is round, you can go over here and you can upload it into GoHighLevel. And then, oh, that's a little bit too big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it about 250 pixels. Yep, that looks perfect. Next, we're gonna move on here to the first headline. You're gonna put your name, then you're gonna put your title in the sub-headline. And then what we're gonna do here is we're gonna add a little bit of padding to the top here to let this bad boy breathe, about 20, so there's a little bit of space in between. Now we're gonna move on to this button and make it look beautiful. It looks kind of blah right now, but we can make it look better. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to change the color of this green to this custom color blue that I added that matches more of my brand. Then we're going to come over here to the advanced settings. And then what I'm going to typically do is I'm going to make this a full width button so you can see it. And then I'm going to come down here to border. The reason why I'm adding a border is you can see it's kind of green right now. I'm going to make that color match. But it gives you the ability to add a border radius. I like my buttons to be round, so I add about 50 pixels, and as you can see, it makes it a little more round on the button, which I like a lot better than it being the square edges. We're gonna come back over here to general, and this is where the one I'm going to title as Save Contact. I'm gonna add a little icon here to make it so that we can see it a little bit better. Ooh, I like that one. And that's gonna have where our save contact is. And what we're going to do is we're going to add something called a Vcard here, which is a virtual contact card that when somebody clicks on it, it'll automatically open up into their contacts and you can add it to their phone. And it's very easy and very simple. So to do that, you have to first create a Vcard. We're gonna go to a website called Vcard Maker. And again, I will put it in the description. And this gives you the ability to add whatever you want. You can add your name, you can add your organization, you can add your role, your title, your work URL, nickname, email. You can add all of this information into here, even to the point you can add home phone, work phone, business phone. You can add all of that stuff in there. You can add your work address, all that information you would see inside of a contact card. You have the ability to, you can even add a photo. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the photo that I did already. That makes it really simple and easy. You can even add your social media contacts, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna click generate. Now this next part is gonna be a little bit tricky. We want someone, when they press that button, to that automatically open into the contact card on their phone so you can save it directly to their phone. And I use Dropbox for that. I know a lot of people use Google Drive and other services, but I've seen very inconsistent results using Google Drive. But with Dropbox, I can use it to force download directly to their phone. So that is what we are going to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to upload that vCard directly to our Dropbox account. And then now what we're going to do is there is a shareable link. You can copy the link to the vCard. So it's going to generate a link. You're going to copy that link. And then what you're going to do is you're going to paste that link into a note where you can adjust the URL just a little bit to be able to force download. So we're going to take this Dropbox.com and you're going to replace it with something else. It is going to be dl.dropboxusercontent.com. So you're just going to use that to replace the Dropbox.com. Then what you're going to do is you're going to copy this entire URL. Then you're going to go directly back to your contact card, click the button, go down to button actions under general, and you're going to click website URL and paste that link into the button. So when somebody clicks that button, it'll force that download directly to their contact card. What I'm going to do in the next section is I'm going to show you where to put your social media links, and you can do it in two options. You can either do it with the icons of the social media or with buttons. I'm going to show you both because they both have pros and cons to them for what you would like, but I'll show you both right now. First, for the custom icons, you're going to come in here and you're going to add another column, and you're going to add an element, you're going to add an image. Now with that image, go ahead and duplicate that 3 times. So now you can see they're all stacked on top of each other, which is not what we want. We want them to be vertical. So you're going to see this pink box. You're going to select that box, and then you're going to come over here to column layout. And then you can have it as a vertical line, which it currently is, but we want it in a horizontal alignment. So as you can see, now you have all the spots to put your social media icons. And to get the icons that I want to match my branding, you go to iconsdb.com. I will link it again in the description below. And all you have to do is type in the color code that you want. And then if you want, say, TikTok, you can come over here and it will give you the TikTok logo in whatever style you would like, and then you can download it directly. Now that I've got all of my icons uploaded, as you can see, they're a little bit big, and I don't want them to be that big. So you can go down and you can go to the size, and then you can add the height as 50 pixels. It's gonna look a little bit small on this desktop version, but when I add it to the mobile version, you will see what it looks like. This is what it's gonna look like anyways, and that looks like the perfect size right there. And make sure you add all of the website URLs. So you're gonna go under actions and change the action to go to website URL and add whatever social media link you want to these links, and then it will go directly to them when somebody clicks onto them. And if that doesn't fit the cohesiveness of what you want all of the buttons to match, you can just go over here to the Save Contact button, duplicate it. Let's add a little bit of margin beneath it. Let's say about 20 pixels, that's perfect. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna change the name. Let's make this YouTube and change the icon to YouTube. And you can duplicate the rest of them and you just change the icon in the icon picker, and then you can add all of your social media links here. Overall, this is looking super great. It'll give me the save my contacts, my social medias. If you want to add your website or anything else, you can also add that as well. Or if you want to add links to your YouTube videos directly to this, you could do that. It's all up to your preference. I just like a clean cut style for my business cards. And before we can do anything, we have to make sure that you have a connected domain. And if you don't know how to connect up a domain, I have a video talking about how to connect your domain within GoHighLevel. You can get it set up directly so that your business card can actually work, and we can go on to the next step. Now, if we preview this, this is what it will look like on the desktop site, and this is what it'll look like on the mobile side. But what we're going to do now is create a QR code that you can use directly on your phone so that people can scan it and get straight to this page. We're gonna come over here to QR codes, you're gonna create new, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna name it digital, and then we're gonna click website, and we're gonna go next. You're gonna add the URL for your digital business card. And then once you're gonna do, you can select all of the colors. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it the same color as my buttons, so the blue matches all of my brand. And you can come over here and you can select a bunch of things. If you want the shape to be different, you want it to be a different style QR code, if you wanna make the borders round, you can do any of that stuff. And even if you want to add a logo to the background. So if you wanted to add your YouTube or Any custom icon that you've made for yourself, you can add that to the center. You also have the option to change the background color if you want to have like a different background color that's not just white. And then what you can do now is you can download this as a PNG. And now that you've downloaded your QR code, you're going to send it to your phone. I airdropped mine to my iPhone. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna create a new album with your QR code. And you're gonna name it what you want. I named it Digital Business Card. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna create a widget to make it so it's on your screen at all times. You're gonna hit Edit Home Screen, Edit at the top, Add Widget. You're gonna search directly for photos, and you're gonna scroll over until you get album and click add widget. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna prompt you to choose which album that you want. I just am going to select Digital Business Card, and then it is complete. As you can see, there is going to be a digital business card available for you at all times, and somebody can scan that. And once it's scanned, you can see this is what it will look like on your phone. And let me show you how that prompting works. If you click to save contact, it'll open up directly into your phone, and you can click create new contact from there, and it will save all of that information directly to your phone. And that is how it is done. That is how you build a digital business card from scratch using GoHighLevel. I hope that was super useful to you. And if you're the kind of person who doesn't like to build the stuff yourself, I told you you can have it. There's a template available in the link in my description. And like always, it's free. For those of you joining GoHighLevel, click the link below and start a free trial of the software. And I will see you in the next one.